What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Tricks of the Month Profiles. Get to hang out with Luke Davis today. Luke, thanks so much for being on.
Thanks for inviting me.
And first, I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, how long you've been juggling, and what you're most excited about when it comes to juggling right now.
So I've been juggling for 10 years now it'll be actually. From Scotland. Lived in Scotland for about 14 years now.
Okay, and what you're most excited about when it comes to juggling right now?
I think I've taken a turn to liking numbers again. So kind of just high numbers.
Okay.
Just of anything really.
Yeah, so I like in 2016 you put out a ton of high numbers videos. And then I don't know if maybe on Instagram or Facebook you've been posting club videos, but I hadn't seen them. So then when your Tricks of the Month video came out, I was like, what? Clubs? What's going on?
Yeah. I don't know where it came from. I just kind of sidetracked to clubs kind of late-ish last year.
Okay.
And then it just sort of stuck for a little while.
Okay. Well, we'll talk more about that a little bit later. How would you say that juggling has impacted your life, or what's one way that it's made your life better?
I think it's probably made me more confident with what I'm doing. More aware of what's going on around me and stuff, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen it kind of that confidence cross over to other parts of your life?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, before juggling, I think I was quite shy. I wouldn't really speak to anyone, or I don't know, I'd be kind of nervous. Whereas now I'm just chat to anyone.
So is there a lot of jugglers in Scotland?
I think I know about 3.
Okay, really?
Yeah, literally it.
Okay.
That's all I know.
And do you juggle with them often, or you just kind of know who they are?
I've practiced with them 2 times or 3 times, and then they all moved away to Glasgow. So, yeah, I don't get to practice with them anymore. They're 3 hours away.
Okay. All right, I wanted to hear a little bit more about this transition from balls to clubs. So first, going back to balls, why had that been something you were focused on?
I don't know. I think the thing I like about that is with clubs and rings, they can break, or they can be quite easily damaged or tiring. Or with rings, they just cause so much pain. So I think balls was kind of the safe way to juggle, if you know what I mean? The easiest and safest, which I liked. And then obviously they don't really break that often, so that's a bonus as well.
Do you think that another reason you like the balls is because you knew you could get higher numbers with them easier?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
With clubs, it's just the spins and everything. There's so much more to think about. Whereas with balls, you've just got to focus on the actual pattern itself. So with really complicated patterns, if you're then trying to also focus on how many spins or how many rotations is this item doing, it just makes it so much harder.
And then last year you started doing some club balancing while you were doing these high numbers.
Yeah.
So that was your first foray into at least putting clubs in your videos. How long did it take you to be able to balance a club on your face and do a satisfying numbers juggle?
Maybe from the first day that I tried with 3 to maybe a 7-ball qualify, it took quite a while. It took maybe 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
But I wasn't 100% dedicated to doing that. It was just kind of here and there, I'd give it a shot. But yeah, it took quite a while to kind get it solid to where I knew that I could qualify 7 like almost every time.
Okay. Hmm. So I have this like image in my mind that you were qualifying 9 balls with a club balance, and then the club balance fell off your head, and then you just started juggling it with your 9 balls. So now you're doing 9 balls in a club, and you're like, a light bulb went off in your head. I should do this with clubs. Did anything like that happen?
To be honest, it wasn't exactly like that, but it was sort of. I was trying to do a lot of like juggle 4 balls with the club bounce and then drop it into like 5, well, like 4 balls in a club back crosses. So I kind of messed around with tricks like that, and then I just kind of liked the way that the clubs fly through the air. So I sort of tried tricks that I was trying with the balls, but with clubs. So like I progressed from that to doing 4 clubs with the club bounce and then dropping it into 5 club back crosses. And then it just sort of transitioned.
And what do you think? What's the most challenging thing you found about clubs so far?
Clubs or club bounces?
Clubs.
I think the catches. I don't know why. Like, I can get the patterns good, but when I try and catch them, like, I just kind of screw up.
Okay.
They just kind of either bounce out of my hands or, like the collect. Sorry, not like just one kind of club catch.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just I've always kind of struggled with that.
Yeah. How have you practiced fixing that?
I just kind of keep going and just hope it gets better.
Okay, just time.
Probably not a good way to do it, to be fair, but
yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, that's what juggling is, right? Just persistence over time.
Yeah.
So, what would you say your favorite prop to use is? Is it clubs or balls now?
Still balls. Still,
okay.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Between for each, what are your favorite brands to use?
So I use Flying Clipper for the balls.
Okay.
I pretty much use them every day.
Okay. Which model?
I think they're like speeders or something.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, he has a ball that's named something like that. So.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Sounds right. And then clubs, I use PX3s.
Okay.
No, PX4s now, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, with your Tricks of the Month video, what were you trying to communicate? What did you want people to walk away from the video with?
I just wanted to show that the kind of PX4s were cool clubs. And that, I don't know, I just really like the way that the PX4s move. So I just wanted to show off a few tricks with them in Edinburgh.
Okay. And, of course, Edinburgh is beautiful.
Yeah. Some of the places there are just insane.
Yeah. So I was watching the video and I was like, what is this city? I want to go here so bad.
Amazing. See, there's one shot where the camera kind of flies through the pattern of the clubs. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. And then you can kind of see like a vague outline of Edinburgh. And just in person, it looks incredible. Like you can see from the top of that hill, you could see everywhere in Edinburgh. They're just amazing.
That's sweet. All right, so before we go, just wondering if there was anything you were working on right now that you're excited about.
So me and 3 other jugglers mainly are going to be releasing 3 kind of separate videos throughout the year. Not going to go into too much detail, but some of the tricks we have lined up are really cool tricks. So yeah, you should definitely keep an eye out for that.
Can you tell us who the other jugglers are?
Should I? They're numbers jugglers. Tom Whitfield,
Okay.
Alex, I can't remember how to pronounce his name.
McGillivray.
McGillivray, yeah, and Felix Zerb.
Okay, sweet.
Zerbe.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to say his last
So,
name.
yeah, no, I don't either. I think it's Zerbe. Serbe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Felix.
Yeah, everyone knows who Felix is.
Yeah, so that should be quite cool.
Dude, that's cool. That's something to look forward to for sure. All right, well.
Yeah, 100%.
What are some words of advice to the juggling community at large?
I would say that more people need to do club balances.
Okay.
I like club balances.
Yeah. I was working on those last night, actually, and I'm just...
Oh, yeah.
I'm so bad at it.
Just takes time, I guess.
Yeah.
Where do you balance it? Do you balance it
on
like...
my chin.
Oh, I don't like that.
I have like a really pointy chin, so it seems like it would be easier, but what part of the face do you think is easier?
So I do it on the nose for a few different reasons. I think if you balance it on the chin, it's kind of further away from where you're like looking up. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kind of figure it out more.
Okay.
Whereas if you balance it on your nose, then it's just straight above your eyes. So you just like it's just straight up that you need to focus on maintaining the balance. Also, the club's kind of less in your way. Like if you balance it on your chin, then kind of the end of the club is right where you want to be looking at the pattern.
Right.
Or in most cases that I find. And then on the forehead, I think it's good for performing, but I don't know. Like Scott Sorensen, he's really good at the forehead balances. But I think that because you're looking backwards, it's just like your main focal point is kind of behind where your juggling pattern is. Mm-hmm. I think that makes it harder, personally.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, maybe that was the tip that I needed. I'm just balancing it in the wrong place. I need to
maybe
give it a try between my eyes and see how it goes.
Maybe you'll be doing like 11 balls as soon as you put it on your nose.
Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be like a miracle. So I hope so. All right. Well, thanks again for being on, and everybody else. Thanks for tuning in to this interview with Luke Davis. And until next time, keep on juggling.
See ya. Have a good one.